So I've come out to the bush today. There's a old gravel pit that I found. Just a little bit of snow on the ground. And kind of give you an idea of kind of where you are. I'm not going to tell you where you are. That's a fairly decent sized gravel pit. There's a little bit of a pond here with some cattails, so there's a little bit of resources there for fire lighting and foraging. And they start to come in all nice and green. And obviously that there's cattails here means that this fills up and keeps water for some time. The soil is kind of a mixture of gravel and sand, so it drains really good, but it also holds moisture in certain areas. Found some old bricks from an old probably an old farmstead or something that used to be here years ago, so I made a little makeshift fire pit. And then it's fairly hilly, so it's kind of all dug up in here. I brought Nikki for a walk today. Nothing crazy, just out for a little bit. Actually testing out this U.S. Army canvas shelter half that I got from Winnipeg Army Surplus from Jamie. Thanks, Jamie. This thing's awesome so far. Haven't gotten wet yet. Still have to put it in the rain. But there's like a ton of room under here. In case my viewers don't know what a Whalen lean-to is, you guys can research that. It's like a convertible A tent, which is exactly what this is. It's basically an A-frame tent that's got you can open it up or you can batten down the hatches like a pup tent if need be. And I think this is going to be my new go-to shelter. I just packed both halves out here, just in my small day ruck. One of the halves folded is a half decent day shelter on its own for emergencies, or cut the wind. It sets up very similar to a lean-to. The poles, you can see the poles here. They're wooden with like ferrules on the ends, and they're all the same, so it doesn't matter how you assemble them. But I threw my wool blanket down there just so Nikki's got something to lie on. She doesn't seem to be using it. First time I put a blanket down, she don't want to use it. The shelter halves snap together with some pretty heavy duty snaps, and it's remarkably easy to set up. If you can kind of see in here, and this is basically a double layer of waterproof canvas, so I don't expect any leakage there at all. I don't really expect any leakage on the seams. Some people have actually converted these to have the wings come down and the sides button up and have a little bit of just an awning, which is kind of a cool mod, but I kind of seem to like it the way it is. A little bit more versatile in my opinion. The poles are a little bit take it and leave it. I'd probably just cut poles on site. I think they would be a little bit more rigid in that respect for heavy weather. This particular shelter half was manufactured in 2004, so I'm gonna hope that the U.S. Army put some proper waterproof coating on it. It comes with these tie-out loops, which are kind of handy and cool. I've just got this set up just basically as a Whalen kind of right now. I'll bring you over here. I'm on a bit of an edge of a peak here down in the gravel, so I'm watching where I'm walking. But these wings can come down, and if you really needed to and you still wanted to, you could anchor that to the vertical poles in such a way, or you could like I said, you could drop the whole front, stake it out, and do the snaps up and be completely sealed in there. Or if you needed more living space, you could set up another set of poles, or just a guy rope and guy these out on an angle With enough pitch, the canvas is going to shed the rain quite well. You can still guy it out even more, take a little bit of stress off the poles by pulling these out sideways. It'll take some of the pressure off the poles themselves, and everything is like really heavy duty stitched, like really nicely done. So that's the pack I carried in on. I had one rolled up on the bottom, and I had the other one folded and stuffed in the laptop sleeve of that pack, which is such a great feature. And I had my wool blanket rolled up with the poles inside of it, just strapped to the top because it doesn't weigh anything. And comes with pegs. Each shelter half comes with the shelter half, one 3-pole section, and a white guy line, and I believe 5 pegs, if I'm not mistaken. You can kind of see how they're guyed out. And if you want a nice tight pitch, it's important to actually guy out the centers. I guy the 2 sides and then go to the center just to be able to pull that a little bit more taut in the center of the pitch. But I think this is going to work out to be a really nice shelter for this summer. I have a survival camp coming up with my scout troop. We're going to be out in the Sandylands forest, probably out by Haddishville somewhere. But I'm probably going to bring this out. They're surviving, we're kind of not, but you know, we're doing more of the instructional stuff for them, so I might you can kind of see how we can get this right down if we wanted to. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoy the video. Nothing crazy, but you know, we'll just set it up to come out and try it out, and see how it sets up. There's no point going out with unproven gear, so the next test for this shelter will be setting her up in the front yard and on a rainy day and see what happens. You know, see how I get on. But weight wise, it's not bad. One shelter half is probably about, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 pounds tops. It's not any heavier than bringing a full-size axe. I know that for sure. It's not bad, and that's tarp, pegs, ropes, poles, the whole works. So, you know, the whole shelter, both halves and everything's probably about, I'm gonna say 7 pounds maybe tops, but well worth the money. And you can find them anywhere. I got mine from Winnipeg Army Surplus, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Cheers.